All right, so I'll be the first to admit that I feel like I'm late to AI, and I know a lot of people might think that sounds crazy, and we're just getting started with AI, and it's just going to get better and better exponentially. But I think back to about maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, when a coworker of mine basically first introduced me to ChatGPT, and I had heard of it. I never used it, and he used to use it all the time. Like I was almost like, why is this dude so obsessed with ChatGPT? Like it's all he talks about. Anytime I ask him a question, oh, let me ChatGPT it. Anytime I ask him to help with something, oh, let me ChatGPT it. I'm like, what is his obsession with this AI bot or whatever the hell it was? Again, I didn't know much about it, and I feel like I'm normally pretty on top of like newer things. I got into investing at a young age. Like I'm always interested in learning new things, especially if I feel like they can benefit me, whether it's my career or more so my personal finances. Um, but again, I was exposed to it and I didn't really take the opportunity to learn about it. And over the past year or so, I've really kind of taken the time to learn more about AI. And I've been working a lot with ChatGPT. I've used Grok as well, but primarily I use ChatGPT as my AI sort of search engine, if you will. It's my preferred, it's my go-to, and I want to take time in this video to talk about 5 ways that I'm using ChatGPT to make my life easier. And it really is incredible how beneficial ChatGPT or any real AI bot can be if you know how to use it. So that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about 5 ways that ChatGPT makes my life easier. So without further ado, let's get right into this. First and foremost, and probably the most or the biggest one for me is with work. My job entails a lot of different things. I am client facing, but I have a lot of different responsibilities. I do many different things, and part of my job has a creative aspect to it, creating things and stuff like that, where it's not like running numbers or doing math problems or something like that, or it's it's more creative. I have freedom to create and build different things, and I use ChatGPT a lot for it. We actually have our own internal AI that we use to benefit myself and other employees. But honestly, I don't even use it. I use ChatGPT, and I use it a lot, man. I use it from answering emails properly to consolidating information to scanning information to creating things, organizing things, finding more context about certain issues that I may be working with. So the list goes on and on, man. But like ChatGPT, without ChatGPT, I would not be as productive as I am. Let me tell you, man. Like it's like having a whole nother person to do your bitch work. Like honestly, that's what it's like. And part of me thinks ChatGPT might take my job at one point. It's very possible, but for now, I do have my job and I use it a lot. And I don't know what I would do without it, man. Like it saves me so much time. It's actually crazy. Like I can't stress it enough how much ChatGPT helps me at work. And depending on what your job is and what your career is, if you're not using it at work, um, I would maybe think about giving it a try, or at least thinking of ways that it might benefit you. I know certain professions you're not allowed to, or they have their preferred, AI search engine that they work with, and if that's the case, then so be it. But I kind of have a little bit of freedom, so I kind of take advantage of that, and I make it happen with ChatGPT. So I mean, out of all the 5 that I'm going to discuss today, ChatGPT is the best, man. When it comes to work, like it saves me so much time and energy. I don't think I would be able to do my job without it. So that's number one. Number two is planning things. I am planning, or I guess I should say, myself and my girlfriend have planned a trip within the next couple months. We're going to be traveling abroad, and there's a lot that goes into that, right? Like, this is my first time leaving the US, and like, there's just so much that you have to think about. And until you actually start to plan a trip out of the country, you don't really think about this stuff. And then when you do, you're like, holy shit, there's a lot that goes into this. Everything from planning where you stay to the flights, finding places to stay wherever it is you're traveling to, finding the best deals, where you can eat, what are the laws, public transportation versus what's walkable, like all these different things, the actual traveling itself, which airlines, like there's so many different things that go into it. And the first thing I did was type into ChatGPT, I'm traveling to this location. What do I need to know? And it gave me the overall sort of outline, if you will. And then I asked it to go into depth in each section. And I just continue to ask questions and clarification and find options for things like hotels and where to eat, and even more recreational stuff like what are the best sightseeing places to go to when you're here, or what are the five definite things you need to do when you travel to this location. So all these different things, from planning to discovering locations and fun things to do, like it would have taken me hours and hours to do all that research. Like ChatGPT does it in no time. So not only planning trips, but just planning things out in general, ChatGPT comes in handy a lot. So I definitely use it for that kind of stuff as well. Number three is learning about new topics. This kind of relates to the previous one about planning things, learning about new areas, but learning about new topics. What I want to talk about specifically is YouTube, because it applied to me. I started this YouTube channel back in May, and I'll be honest, I was never really big on like social media, posting, all that kind of stuff. I'm just not really that into posting things on social media. Not knocking anyone who does. It's never really been my thing. So I felt like I was really far behind when it comes to like posting content and understanding social media. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like a boomer who has no idea what Instagram or Snapchat is or YouTube is or anything like that. But as far as like actually creating content, editing it, posting it, all that kind of stuff, I didn't have a lot of knowledge around that kind of stuff. And ChatGPT taught me a lot, man. Like I would just ask it so many different questions. Everything from like setting up the channel to creating the content. I even asked it a bunch of questions about my setup for like recording the gameplay and then recording audio and the best way to edit all that stuff together. Like it just taught me so much. And now I have a pretty streamlined process. And it would have taken me so much longer if I didn't have ChatGPT to ask all the questions too. So again, learning new topics, whether it's starting a new business or learning about a new hobby or anything like that, ChatGPT can help a lot with that. Number four is searching for jobs. Earlier on this year, I've mentioned this in a number of different videos on my channel. I moved out of my parents' place, moved to a totally different state, basically picked up my life and started over. And part of that process was finding a new job. And applying to jobs can be exhausting. But applying to jobs without AI or ChatGPT is exhausting times 10. Like having to actually write a cover letter for every single job you apply to, or having to actually like write out your resume yourself or tweak it yourself versus having ChatGPT or AI adjust it based on the job description you're applying to. Man, it's a world of a difference. And a lot of the benefits of using ChatGPT when it comes to job search is at the beginning when you're putting your resume together. But it does apply to when you're actually applying to jobs, mainly with the cover letters. And that's when I use it the most. I would quite literally throw my resume into ChatGPT and say, this is my resume. And then I would throw the job description that I'm applying to in and say, this is the job description. Write me a cover letter. And it would do it. Like, it's really incredible how much time and effort that saved me. So if you're applying to jobs right now, keep ChatGPT or whatever AI you use in mind. It can definitely benefit you a lot. Fifth and final. This one's a little out of left field, I feel like, but it's kind of cool, kind of fun. Something that I've taken up this past year, and I use ChatGPT to help me cook. Like, I'm big on cooking, staying in and cooking. It saves a lot of money. It's something fun that my girl and I do too. Like, we'll try different recipes. We'll make dinner. We don't eat out really that often at all. And when we do decide to eat out, it's much more enjoyable and special because we're not doing it every single week. But in order to keep us happy, cooking at home is we need to switch things up and try new recipes and stuff like that. So you can just type in on on ChatGPT. Google will do the same thing for you now with their AI overview, but I prefer ChatGPT, and I'll just say like, give me a recipe to make lasagna, or how do I cook a steak, a ribeye steak medium rare, and they'll literally give you a step by step of how to prep, how to cook, ingredients, recipe, the whole 9 yards. And if it's not clear enough, just say be more clear, provide more steps, and it will. It's really cool. And these are just the 5 things that first popped into my mind when I decided to make this video. I probably use it for a bunch more stuff that I'm not even thinking about at this moment. But moral of the story here is ChatGPT saves me a lot of time and effort. And if you're not using AI to make your life easier, you should get started. Even if you have to pay for something, and I have the free version, but if you have to pay for a chat box, I use Grok for a little while as well. It's definitely worth it in my opinion, man. It just makes life a lot easier. So definitely give it a try. Start learning with it. This is where everything is headed. Everything is incorporating AI. So you don't want to fall behind on that. So I would definitely start using it, playing around with it. You're not going to break it. And I think you'll be happy with the benefits that you receive from it. So this is a little bit of a longer video, but definitely something I'm excited about. And I definitely plan on continuing to learn more about it and using it to my benefit. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. If you are new here, I post every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern time, I post all kinds of content about personal finance, life experiences, just anything I feel like talking about. I talk about it on here, throw it over some gameplay, and hope you guys can kind of connect and relate to it. So I appreciate you checking in. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.